What's the most attractive thing a girl can have? A short skirt and a long jacket. You just helped me decide what I'm wearing for my date tomorrow night. Hobbies. The amount of women I've met that don't do anything outside of work, drink, socialize, and sleep is mind-blowing. I'm sure similar can be said about men just wanting to watch sports and drink. I just don't have any exposure in that area as far as dating goes. I don't know, I just find it interesting and attractive when a girl is into something. Could be anything: gardening, painting, a sport, going to museums, collecting something, photography, etc. I've just met so many girls whose answer to "so what do you do for fun?" is some version of going out drinking with friends. Which, don't get me wrong, is fun, but if that's all you do. Definitely goes both ways. Some guys are just dull as bricks with their hobbies consisting of going out to drink, or watching Netflix, sports, etc. The first one is doubly bad for me, since I'm 100% sober. Lots of meetup groups are like this as well: let's go to X bar and get some drinks. Boring. I'd rather go play mini golf, at least it's more engaging. Give me something interesting. Something you've practiced at for a while and are passionate about. Also some aspirations for those hobbies and be working towards them. Self-confidence, intelligence and humor. And ambition. And we're 100% agreed. I was with a woman for a couple of years who had all of the first three and was absolutely stunning. But all she wanted to be was a trophy wife. I couldn't go through with it. Low standards. She needs to be a lady. She has to have a way about her, a bearing, the subtle confidence that looks you in the eye when you talk, and behind those eyes you see revealed a sharp and invigorating mind that brings together beauty and intellect in a tantalizing way. A personality. She doesn't need to be super strong, hear me roar, or sweet all the time, but she does need to have her own mind and opinions. Being able to hold up her end of the conversation is a must. For me, curly hair. Extra points if it's not tamed. I'm talking straight bedhead curly hair. And I'm out here straightening my hair every day. My wife has very curly hair, and when we were first dating she'd let it fly and be messy. As we're starting to round 40, she's cut it shorter and does everything she can do to try to tame it. Not a week goes by where I don't corner her and fluff her hair out as huge as possible. Fingernails that shine like justice and voice that is dark like tinted glass. It also helps if she's fast, thorough, and sharp as a tack. Nothing is more attractive than a girl who is attracted to you. Pretty face. Kindness. Sense of humor. An empty medicine cabinet. Kindness towards others. Nothing makes a person uglier than a holier than thou or sour attitude that is never turned off. Maybe it's just me, but when girls got interests that are mainly guy hobbies like cars and playing games, I think it's hot AF. I think the main thing for me is having shared interests. I see a lot of couples where the only thing they do together are couple of things: movies, restaurants, getting drinks, watching TV, etc., which is fine if that works for you, but I like to really be able to share my life with someone and riff on each other's enthusiasm for the same thing. It doesn't whether we're both into crochet or classic cars. No harmful addictions. Drug or problem-causing ones. Everything else can be dealt with by just talking really. Unique interests that she pursues. Music, sports, etc. Something that makes her genuinely happy and passionate about. It adds character and personality. Physically, brown eyes. I know a lot of people say that brown is boring or ugly, but every girl I've ever fallen for has had soft brown eyes that make me swoon. Mentally, a good sense of humor. If I can't make you laugh or vice versa, then the relationship probably isn't going anywhere. A set of Pokémon cards better than yours. My Pokémon brings all the boys to the yard and they're like, "You wanna trade cards?" Damn right I wanna trade cards. I can trade you but not Charizard. An ex-boyfriend that speaks highly of them. Can any of your exes say that about you? A couple but not all. I have one ex-girlfriend that I speak very highly of. My wife knows her, says she the only ex of mine she likes. Ha. My wife said that if she were on her deathbed, she'd write me a letter of recommendation. Ha. She's a keeper. Less than 3. I'm well aware that it's most men that tear this down, but the most attractive thing to me is a gal who's comfortable with herself. Simply knowing what you want, having the confidence to not do what you don't want to, having a reasonable vision of your future. The ability to not take herself too seriously. If she doesn't take herself too seriously, she'll probably have a good sense of humor, be able to be kind to other people, be happier, smarter, and not get bogged down when things don't quite go her way. Guys should also not take themselves too seriously. For me as a high school male, I have a few, so here they are. 1. Something they're passionate about, doesn't matter what, just something that they care about. 2. Personality. If they have an awesome and vibrant personality, that makes me melt like an ice cream cone in the summer. 3. Friends. If they have good friend who trust her opinion, it makes me feel 100x more comfortable. 4. Good attitude, doesn't matter when it comes into play, just a girl that asked how you are makes me feel so special. 5. Happiness. It really depends who it is, it just feels great if a girl is smiling and loving life, that's someone who is amazing. For me, looks are all over. I have preferences, but I would rather date a 6/10 that is sweet as hell, passionate and brave than a 9/10 who is just and bad. For me, curly hair, like my girlfriend has super curly hair and does all this stuff to tame it, like braid it, dreadlocks, and all this other stuff, and whenever in a blue moon she wears it down and it is the cutest thing, it melts my heart. A personality that allows you to have meaningful yet fun conversations. Looks only go so far, and I've never been willing to sacrifice someone who's enjoyable to talk to over them. That mix of sense of humor and charisma that make every conversation interesting and funny. Like she'll make jokes, ask questions, can laugh at herself and control a conversation. I'm surprised. Here I was expecting to see a huge debate on Xbox versus PS4, you know, a girl is more attractive if she owns a PS4. Wait, don't you mean Xbox? No, I mean PS4. Debate ensues. Self-love and self-confidence. A girl, or anyone, who knows their worth is always attractive. A strong sense of character, and if she genuinely has these, everything else will just fall in place naturally. Then again, it's not exactly something you can learn so easily. A big brain, and a big heart. Yoga pants don't hurt either though. A good personality, good brains, a pretty face, and good fitness. Though with how long I've been single, just be nice to me and I'll be interested. Having her own life that doesn't revolve around a man, or their kids or family. Just other stuff than just the basics. Like, yeah, woman, go out for dinner with the ladies, or go have your raid night if they play MMOs. Actually, just some self-esteem. Girls don't put tons of makeup in your face, your pure nature is way more prettier than you think it is. And well, if you like your body just how it is, you'll be way more happier. Intelligence. You can be hot AF, but if we can't have a conversation, then it just won't work out for me. A beautiful laugh, one that makes the world stop for the briefest of moments. A knowledge of video games because I suck at teaching. Don't you dare ask me to teach you Monster Hunter, Maggie. Their own car, mental health in order, lack of drama, financial independence. More or less have their own lives in order so they don't mess up mine. Or a doggo. Love dogs. Anymore, at this point, I truly think the most attractive thing anyone can do is just be genuinely kind. It seems genuine decency is so rare that it ought to be considered first when considering the attractiveness of anyone. A genuine, caring personality for all of their friends. My day is made better by surrounding myself with great friends like these. Giggles. Pretty giggles at exact moment just makes me reach the nirvana in so many ways. A sense of independence. Hobbies and interests. Nothing is attractive about someone who sits at home all day every day just on their phone. Being friendly. Seems completely lost in the last 15 years. Remember when you used to be able to say hello to a woman and not be ghosted 99% of the time? Or just have a conversation that you didn't carry? Now it's just 24/7 and sell, nice guy, creep insults. It's hard for me to decide among the following 3. Long hair, straight, curly, natural, whatever, just long, wear some amount of pink, doesn't stop loving me, turn away from me, betray our relationship, judge me, or belittle me for the times I'm weak because she knows I'll do everything I can for my family during the times I'm strong. Tough choice. Personality. Most girls are pretty much copy-pastes of each other, it's hard finding one that stands out. Assuming you mean physically, probably a well-proportioned face, nice teeth. If we're talking more body-wise, I'm quite partial to a flat stomach. Common sense. Not necessarily attractive, but if you don't have it, it's the most unattractive. The ability to get on my humor level. I have met many all different. If we can't laugh together on the same level, it ain't working. The ability to keep a conversation with me and enjoy it the entire time because they are interested in what they're talking about with me. Empathy. Wait, is empathy a kink? I'm pretty sure that I have an empathy kink. I always liked restaurants for a first date. The best way to see someone's true character is to see how they treat people in a service industry. When something goes wrong with the food, which happens often enough, I am usually eyes glued to my date to see how she reacts. If she is kind, patient, and understanding, that determines how hard I am going to walk her to her door later. Intelligence, and being able to get things. So many girls are either so serious, stubborn or so idiotic and high on kawaii cuteness that they can't get jokes or directions. It's honestly so annoying having to explain something out and spoon feed them because they're too caught up with something else. A good sense of humor. Where she can take a joke and throw one right back at you. Doesn't get upset by teasing. A cute face, the shape of your body doesn't matter as much to me as when I'm talking to you I'll be looking at your face. And by cute I don't mean hot, so layers upon layers of makeup and Botox lips won't do it for me. A decent natural look is way more attractive to me than a super hot look with makeup. Self-confidence and independence. My partner has her own interest and her own successful career. She's always followed her own interests and taken some of mine on.